as you can see. And just a minute. Okay. Winfred, please mute yourself. Can you mute, huh? Oh, it's Wilfred, it's him. Sorry. Yeah, so it's very good to see you here. I'm still waiting to see the faces. The importance of seeing the faces is so that, you know, we're able to put the name, you know, the name on the WhatsApp and the person. So you can actually, I think we should agree on a time we all switch on our video, because some of you may be having network issues, but please, if you can, let us see you. It's a sales conversation. When you're having a sales conversation, you want to see the body language, because sales is about transfer of Derek, what you need to do is to enable mute. Anyone who joins they should be muted as soon as they join. You can enable that setting to avoid this. All right. So what was I saying? Yeah, so my name is Eunice Mainamburu. I think you'll get to know me better. I'm the founder of BSmart and also the founder of 20X. Yeah. So basically, I'm the chief trainer and coach at 20X.
Okay, thank you, Eunice. Because we are so many, can you please introduce yourself on the chat, what you do, and what you expect as we go on with the presentation? And yes, I would like to pick on just 2 people at random to introduce themselves. Wanjiru Mwetoria, you've refused to show us your face, so we are starting with you. Wanjiru Mwetoria, introduce yourself, what you do, what you expect. Wanjiru Mwetoria is not here in her with her face. She's also not here with her body. Is there a, okay? Abdikadir, you joined first. You're one of the first people to join. Please introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do. Abdikadir Ibrahim. Please unmute.
My name is Abdi Ibrahim Mohammed. I'm from Agadera Digital Train in DRC.
Yes, welcome. Abdi.
And I'm a part of digital training Nigeria trainer. Okay. And I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, thank you
for you to accept my video.
Yes, and who else? Yes, Bill Okinda, I've seen your message. Welcome. So without further ado, let's start the meeting. So over to you, Eunice.
All right, just another request. Could you rename your gadget when you join? Rename your gadget to read your full names. Even those who are showing 20X, they should rename so that it is your name. It's important so that because I will ask a lot of questions when I call, I'm able to call the right name. So once again, welcome to this session. Love to hear your expectations. What are you expecting? Before I start the training, I would like to know, what are your expectations? Could you put them in the chat? Edwin, you can tell us. The rest, if I don't call your name, just put it in the chat. What are you expecting today? Why did you join this meeting? What do you expect by the end of this session? Go ahead, Edwin Were.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm Edwin Were from Kakamega, Kenya. I'm a by also actually the digital trading. I went through all those trainings, digital marketing,
Edwin, you can switch off your video
yes.
so that we hear your voice. You can switch off the video then so that your voice can be clear.
Hello?
Hi, could you switch off your video so that we hear your voice? It's breaking.
Okay. So, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to join this training. For me, I'm hoping to gain more skills and also to showcase my skills in the field of, let's say, sales and let's say maybe digital marketing. And if any possible, if there's an accounting, then I will also be able to showcase my skills. So me joining here is an opportunity for me to network with various people from various parts of the country, and also to be able to meet you trainers and to empower us. That's for me. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Edwin.
Yes.
Yes, I can see from the chat. Maybe Derek, you could read some of those charts so that we know the expectations.
Yes, Sabina says that she's here to understand more on digital marketing. Nahashon Gadanji says that he's the same thing about digital marketing. Yes, so far that's what I got. Other people are introducing themselves. There is Moses Karani. Nelson Mwenje says that he's expecting to achieve our objectives. Or is it our objectives or his objectives for this training? And Christine Adiambo says she's expecting to gain more skills and knowledge on digital marketing. Joyce Marua is straight to the point. She says she wants to get a job.
That's a good one.
Yes.
So the others, I wonder, are we really going to meet their expectations?
Also, Alex Onyango is also very to the point. He wants a job linkage. Felix and Bill, they are informing us that they are freelancers. Edwin Were is from Kakamega and he says he's a digital marketer and a data entry clerk. They have, okay, let me check the new. So Anthony Wainaina is a freelancer also. Abdishakur Isaac says he expects to learn more and work in digital marketing. John Mutia, he said he's an economics graduate, a virtual assistant, and he wants to enhance his digital marketing skills.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, I think I want to burst your bubble, because when we partnered with Ajira, we partnered because you guys are already trained on the digital marketing skills. So I would like to understand, so that we know, I would like to understand, especially from Sabina, what more is that you're expecting to learn on digital marketing? Because I thought you already learned. Sabina, where are you? Just unmute yourself. Tell us. This will give me an indication of what this means.
Hey.
Hi, Sabina.
Okay, you know the training for Ajira is like 2 days, a mentorship, but during the mentorship, it's like you're covering a lot. And I will not be ashamed to say that personally, I'm not in marketing, but I found myself here because I was selected for the apprenticeship. Though social marketing is like something you can do So during our training, we learned a little about the social marketing tools, but we did not go deep, like how do we do this, when, how would you use this, where will you use this, on what circumstances, you get it.
Okay.
And so that's what I mean.
All right, thank you, Sabina, for that. So because the people we are expecting are people who want to do, not to learn, but to now execute the lessons, basically the practical bit of it, because there's always a gap between what you know and what you do. And let me just start my presentation, and then I will explain further what we are expecting. And of course, then you will see whether this is suitable for you or not. And we always say, if it is not suitable for you, then you're free to actually leave and find what works for you. So let me just share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Oh, where is my presentation? All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Yes. I need to present. Okay. Yes, so this is the 20X Apprentice program. And what happened, or rather what we have seen in Kenya, is that we have a problem of joblessness, or what we can also call underemployment. So whereby, yes, the jobs are there, because clearly all of you have a job, right? To me on chat, when I ask a question, please, I'll check later. So we have a problem of joblessness and also a problem of underemployment, whereby, yes, you have a job, but you're not earning sufficient income. Of course, sufficient is relative because it depends with who is looking at it, all right? Then the other problems that we have observed is that we have small business owners or SMEs who struggle to get their products to the market. So we have like a double-sided problem whereby, yes, we have business owners, entrepreneurs who are working very hard. They have developed products, they have manufactured products, but then the products are not getting to the market. Yet we have people who have no jobs. You see the disconnect? And because majority of you, and I know most of you who are here, you lack the practical sales experience. So because of that, we actually, Ajira and KEPSA came to us and asked, how can you help us make our young people who are already trained on digital skills become, employable in terms of, can they become salespeople? Can we give them experience in sales? And so the Apprentice program was born. And apprenticeship is when someone is in state or condition of learning from a master in a field, or basically what is also called on-job training program. So this is a very practical program. It's expected that you will do. Of course, there are some things you have not learned in Nigeria as I've listened, and we will still train you, but then the most important is you learning on the job, okay? And you can ask questions where you don't understand, you're allowed to do that. So just to give you a brief overview about 20X Entrepreneurs, 20X was started in 2022 as a limited liability company. Actually, it was March 2022, this last year. However, as I said, I founded BSmart in 2017. So BSmart is an online insurance comparison platform. We actually sell insurance online. So we understand we understand the insurance, and also we understand the digital space and how insurance can be sold in that space. Last year only, which was our year that we began, we trained over 350 salespeople and business owners in 2022 only. So it's a very fast growing company. And it was still last year that we were able to sign an agreement with KEPSA and Ajira so that we can give you who are here practical experience in sales. And I will explain why sales later. So why is it called 20X? I'm sure you're wondering. Anyone wondering? Let me see. Anyone wondering why it is called 20X? Or why do you think it's called 20X?
Habari ya leo.
Nzuri sana, Eric. Go on,
Hello.
Eric.
Nakupiga simu toka something solo kwa mambo ya magani.
Sorry?
Asante sana bwana. Sema pale msaidie vipi sasa?
Is he talking to us? I think he's talking to someone else. All right. So I'm waiting to hear. Why do you think it's 20X?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I think 20X because it's like 20 people came together and discussed what they need to do for the youth. That is what I think.
Wow. Thank you so much, Christine. Anyone else? Now, in my sessions, you will participate. So be present fully. Don't have, we don't want to just have your name here. So I'll just call your name. And then we will know that you have disappeared on us. Pascal, okay. Go on, Pascal.
I think it's known as 20X because businesses sell 20 times the way they're supposed to sell.
Wow, this is why we say flesh and blood did not reveal that to you. All right.
So it's
yes.
true.
Eh?
So it is true.
It is true, yes, very true. Yeah, so this was the name, and it was based on my personal experience. Please mute. Wilfred, please mute. Derek, are you unable to mute Wilfred?
I have unmuted mine.
Please mute. Okay, all right. Now I can continue. So I was sharing that many years ago, when you guys were very young, or maybe you were not there, I started selling insurance. Before insurance, that was way back in 2009. Those are about how many years now? 13 years. And before I started selling insurance, I was working in an ICT company as a trainer. And I realized I wanted to make a lot of money. And so training wasn't going to give me the money that I needed. So when I read the many books I read a lot of books like Robert Kiyosaki, The Cash Flow Quadrant, and the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know, the what is it called? This other one for Think and Grow Rich. So when I read all these books, I learned that for you to make money, you needed to learn sales. And so I decided I needed a sales job. So the easiest sales job that was coming then was selling life insurance. So in 2009, I resigned from my job as a trainer and I started selling life insurance. At that time, when I was resigning, I had worked in that company for 5 years. Our starting salary was 11,000 then, and I had grown, I had doubled my income in 5 years because I was earning 25,000 when I resigned. So you can see, I had moved from 11 to 25, so more than double, but in 5 years, almost 6 years. But when I started selling, I was able to grow the 25K, and in less than 3 years, I had grown it 20 times. So notice, 5 years to grow 2 times, and then another one, it was like about 2.5 years to grow 20 times. You see that gap? Because sales is different. Employment is, you can only rely on 20% increment every year when you have done a very good job. If you do a very good job, you don't get even an increment. Okay? So you can see that in less than 3 years, I was able to grow 20 times. And therefore, because of that, because I did it, I believe that anyone who wants to do it can also do it with the proper guidance and direct. So our dream is to help salespeople and grow income 20 times in 3 years. That is assuming they're not as good as I am, but if they are committed to it, actually, even in 2 years, they can be able to achieve the 20x. And we have seen that happen. Last year, we had a pure techie person who joined our programs. And in 3 months, he was able to grow his sales from X to 7 times in 3 months. So you can imagine in a year, this someone will meet the 20 times in a year. Any question up to that point? Any ideas you're getting, or anything that is exciting you or making you sad right now? Please type in the chat out. Okay. I want us to be very interactive. I want this session to be the most interactive session you have ever been into. So type what is coming to your mind. And I just want to share my journey as the founder of 20X. I am a graduate of chemistry and mathematics. Any scientist in the room? Please raise your hand. So basically, I am a scientist. And then after I studied chemistry and mathematics, I graduated in 2004. Most of you are still in primary school or not yet born. Or if you were born, you had not gone to school, okay? So I graduated with a degree in chemistry and mathematics. I pride that we shared the university with the president. The first president to have studied in Kenya. That is Chiromo campus in the University of Nairobi. After that, I also am a Microsoft certified system engineer. I studied ICT. I also got an advanced diploma in computer studies. This is where I learned, coding, web design. I also learned many other things that I'm sure some of you have learned. But most importantly is that I'm a trained trainer, because I was trained in management of learning. So I started my training career in 2003 before I graduated. That's when I started training. And by the way, I was voted the best trainer all the years that I was in that institution. The only time I did not succeed was the first class that I did, because I didn't know how to deal with students. Two of my students missed class, and I didn't call to find out why they missed class. So when they gave feedback, they said that I don't care. And that is when I learned that customers will not remember what you said or what you did. They only remembered that you cared. Okay, so that's one of the lessons I learned very early in my, in my life. I think I was 24 years old. I was still very young by then. All right. So after working there for 5 years, in 2009, I resigned from that job and I started selling life insurance. And as I was sharing earlier, I was able to grow my income from 25K to over $500,000 in less than 3 years. Now, that was not the end, because after that, I continued growing. By the time I resigned from my job as a country sales manager, because I resigned in 2017, I was a country sales manager. I was earning, they're called the 7-figure, not 6, 7-figure. So it takes courage to leave a 7-figure job to start a business. But it's because I have a dream, And so we started BSmart in 2017. That's when we founded BSmart. It's an online insurance comparison platform. And why we started BSmart was to solve the problem of lack of transparency in the insurance industry. We realized that customers were complaining that they get to know what is not covered at the point of claim. So you'll find that somebody got an accident, and that is when they discover, wait, I don't have excess protector. And so we created a platform whereby they can be able to understand their insurance, compare from multiple insurance companies, and not just compare price, but also compare the small print, what they claim that they don't hear, or rather they don't get to know, and also the benefits, the exclusions, the waiting periods, and be able to choose the right insurance for themselves. So they can compare up to over 10 insurance companies in Kenya. So BSmart has been growing. In 2021, we were able to grow 700%. So we know how to sell. In 2020, I authored my first book, which is Sell Me This Pen. Sell Me This Pen is your sales handbook. If you want to understand sales, challenges, the opportunities, the biases, the beauty of it, you need to read Sell Me This Pen. You can actually find it at Nuria, or Alison can put her number, and then you can organize to get a copy of the Sell Me This Pen. I authored my second book, December 2021, which was launched in 2022, January. It's called Entrepreneurship Hits and Misses. So in 2022, sorry, this journey doesn't seem complete, Derek. In 2022, we launched the 20X Entrepreneur. And we did this because we realized that our customers at BSmart were struggling to sell. Our customers are small business owners, and their biggest struggle has been selling. So they were not able to pay premiums on time because they're not selling. So we started 20X to enable them sell daily and consistently in order to achieve the 20X. So let me see comments or on the chat before I proceed. Any comments? Lord Chokumu, it seems in sales you can easily control the amount of money you get. Not easily, that's all you do. By the way, the selling insurance, it was purely commission. So I started from zero. I would normally say I started from negative, because initially the first 3 months, I did not make a single sale. And I was spending money. Remember, I have to pay fare. Sometimes some customers wanted to be bought for tea. I basically started from negative. For 3 months, I sold zero, meaning for 3 months, I earned zero, but I was spending, okay? And I think I took longer because I had nobody to hold me to tell me this is how you do it. So I had to figure it out on my own. And on the 4th month, I sold 5 policies in 1 month, and I was top in the branch for that. So I qualified for we used to have lunches for the top in the branch. All right. Yeah. So Patricia says, kudos women in tech. Yes. Moses, congrats, trainer units. Winfred says inspiring journey. You know what? Yours can be inspiring too. And I'm sure some of your journeys are really inspiring. And we'll get to share those journeys as you proceed. Kip Coril says sales is a big deal for business growth and also salary. Now, when we are in sales, we don't talk about salary. We talk about commission. Okay? We talk about commission. Now, just to let you know that within my first year, despite not selling, I didn't sell the first 3 months. Then on the 4th month, I made 5 sales. Then the next 3 months, I did not make any sale. So basically, I joined in February 2009, removed 6 months of no sale. So in 6 months, by the end of the year 2009, I was earning 100,000 because from September when I started selling, I never stopped selling. I was selling every week. I made sales every week. That had not been had in the branch I was in, which was Mombasa. All right. So it's just about being there. And just for your information, before, when I was not selling anything, I got a job offer as an IT manager in a microfinance institution. That job was paying me 75K. So note, just by quitting my 25K job, it was about in 5 months, I was able to increase my value to 75K. Okay, how many times are that? 25 divided by 25 is 3 times, isn't it? It is, eh? Yeah, 3 times. But I chose not to take the job because I was like, oh, so I can get 75K in 5 months. Then it means I'm worth much more. And I said, by the end of the year, I'm going to earn 100K. And this is pure commission. And believe it or not, I remember my payslip for January was reading 110,000 shillings. So how many times growth in a year? It was about 4 times, right? Yes. And the next year, I kept growing, okay? Oh, John Mutia says, I never thought sales is worth investing. There is no other job that will pay you more than a sales job. No one. You read all the successful entrepreneurs, they started in sales. Okay. And then it's the only job you're in control of your income. Can I tell you something? By the time I was age 31, I was how old? Because I quit my job when I was 29. So yes, by the time I was age 31, I owned my first home. From commissions, my friend, just in case you think sales doesn't pay. From commissions, I had already bought a plot and we built on that plot from commission. Victor Atera, yes, self-motivated go-getter, you are congrats. You can also be the same. You see, you're learning, remember, apprenticeship is learning from the guru. So you should count yourself privileged to be able to be here to learn from me and the other team members who are here, because that's what we're just sharing. And I have documented my journey as a salesperson. What is I did so that I achieved what I achieved. And that is what you'll be learning. So please take it seriously, because everything that you go through has been thought out. I have done it myself and I have gotten the results that I got. So if you can do it, and by the way, I'm not telling you it's easy. Derek was telling you that it's going to be hard. Do you think I was smiling when I was not selling? I remember one time, one of my colleagues looked at me and told me, sasa wewe, na hii urembo yote, huwezi uza? And I didn't know there's a connection between beauty and selling. And I looked at myself and I was like, really? Siezi uza? You know, I can't sell. And I went to the toilet, I cried. So there are moments that you're going to really cry. This is only if you're committed to doing it. Now, those who are not committed will not feel anything. You know why? they will abandon it at the easiest time possible. So the moment it becomes difficult, they're going to abandon it. So they will not need to cry. The other colleague told me, hii kazi iko na wenyewe. Hii si ya watu wamesoma. Ati wewe ni graduate. Kuuza insurance ya graduates. Tumeona wengi, they come here, wanaenda. And then I'm like, somebody just insulted my degree. You know, the way I spent 4 years studying. And not only 4 years, I went even, and I said, you know what? If not for anything else, I'm going to do that. Graduates can succeed in sales. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of pain, because no pain, no gain. You know that saying that you were told in high school? It is so real. And we will show you, the beauty is you will not go through the pain alone. You have people to come to. So when it becomes very tough, you just come and say, hey, look, it's getting very tough. What do I do? And we will guide you. This is what I did when I felt that way. Believe it or not, whatever you're going to go through, I have gone through it myself, firsthand. So you're not listening from someone who learned from the book. By the way, in my studies ever, there's nowhere I have studied sales and marketing. Maybe the only part I touched on marketing is during my master's degree. It's when we had a unit on marketing. I have never gone to class to study sales and marketing. So the sales that I train, the sales you're going to learn is from the school of hard knocks, yeah, or from the streets. So yes, and that's what works. Winfred, sales is very challenging. I keep running away from it, but still find it calling me my names. I'm grateful for this forum. Winfred, maybe God is calling you to be very rich. I know some of you who are Christians, you don't want to be rich because you think money is the source of all evil. Believe it or not, if you don't have it, you are very evil. You know, I would say lack of money is the source of all evil, because, you know, when you don't have it, you're always figuring out, how do I get it? So make the money, because you can't help others if you have not helped you. Okay. In the beginning, it's lonely and boring, can easily give up. Not easily, many give up. Okay. Derek told you it's gonna be hard. And here we are here to tell you what it is, what will be required of you, and you're going to make the decision after this. Because we don't want to keep busy bodies around. We just want to deal with people who are committed to do what it takes. All right, so let me continue. I like that you're participating. Please keep typing in the chat. This is very good because I get to know your thoughts. So how does the program work? So I know you've done I don't know whether you've registered, but after this, you're going to register as an apprentice. Those who are committed, not those who are interested. We only want those who are committed. You're going to register. I think Derek will share a form where you're going to register. That form has got terms and conditions. Okay. Then after that, you're going to choose a product that you're going to be selling, because remember, it's practical. So you have to sell. Whether you're going to sell it online, whether you're going to sell it offline, the thing is you must sell. Okay. And then there's you will actual self-paced training as you sell. So you'll be learning as you do. So there's training, and then there's the execution. Once you make the first 2 sales, of course, you're going to sign a contract. We can call it employment, but it's commission-based contract, whereby then you are able to be fully a 20X entrepreneur. The other alternative is that we're going to place you with other business owners that are looking for serious, committed salespeople. Believe you me, there's no shortage of jobs in Kenya. What we don't have are people who are willing to do what it takes to get the job done. Okay, now when you meet your weekly targets for 3 weeks consecutively, you will sign a retainer plus commission contract. So you have 3 weeks where you can get on a retainer where we pay you an amount that is standard, but then you still have room to keep increasing it through commission. Okay. The available products for now, we have Smart products, which are the car insurance, health insurance. That's a commission of 5% of the premium that is that you sell. Now, I'll tell you good news is that initially you don't have to close the sale. What you need is to generate the leads, quality leads. Quality leads, and we are going to be training you on this, is the customer who qualifies, who need the product, they have the money, and we can close them within a month. Okay, that's what we call a lead. Okay, then the other products is the 5-day sales challenge. Again, it's 10% of the amount. It goes for 5K, so 10% is 500. We have tactics to 20X. Again, is a 5,000 program. These are very easy programs to sell. We have 12-week sales accelerator. The 12-week sales accelerator is 45,000 shillings. It's a 12 weeks, so it's 45,000. And we have the sales leaders mastermind, which is 60,000. This is purely for business owners. So you can start thinking of people who are business owners, and they need to learn how to structure their businesses so that they build a selling machine, a sales generating machine. Okay. Please mute Eric Green. What is expected of you as an apprentice? We will be expecting daily activity reports. Now, when we say daily activity reports, what we call activity is one thing, leads, the leads you have generated per day. So every day in that WhatsApp group, you're going to report how many leads did you generate. And of course, we will ask you questions about those leads. Okay, you're going to your daily, weekly, and monthly target. Yes, so it may be hard, but what we want to see is commitment. Let me tell you something. I tell my sales team, I know when you're working, even before I have talked to you, I can feel it. I see it, I know it. I don't need to be told whether you're working or not. I just ask them, Derek will tell you. I will just call him and I'll say, you're not working. For the last 3 days, you've not been working. And he knows it is true. Even when he tries, even if he doesn't want to talk about it, I know it is true. Why? I have been leading sales teams for the last 13 years. I smell it, I feel it. My seventh sense tells me when a salesperson is at work. You may not be meeting targets, but I know when you're working. Okay? So you must go through the training daily, because the trainings are daily. They're self-paced, yes, but by the end of the day, you must go through the lesson for the day. Like today, for those who are going to register, you will have the lesson for today. And then you need to report. There's an assignment after that lesson, which you're going to submit. All this submission will happen on the WhatsApp group. Why? Because we want to keep you accountable. Then there's weekly virtual accountability meetings like this one, but now we'll be meeting every week to find out what is going on, how are you doing, what is the challenges, do you feel like crying? If not, do you feel like laughing? Yes, that's accountability meeting. And then you also need to avail yourself for product knowledge trainings, because these product knowledge trainings, Joanne will organize to train you for the Smart products. I think Derek will train you on the 20X products, okay? So you need to be available. This is what we are expecting from you. So anybody who want to leave now at this point? Anyone who want to give up? Do we have somebody who want to give up? Let me see in the chat. More were says the determination is sometimes can be heartbreaking. I remember doing for green light companies, working in the villages without sales. Good thing is that after a time, those customers will search you. Now, Timothy, I normally look at sales. Anyone here who believes, who reads the Bible? Do you have Christians in this room? I'm about to say something about it. Anyone who is a Christian here? Let me see. Okay, see, Win John, what have you noted? Oh, we have here. All Hebrews. Okay. Now, whatever the religion you are, I normally say that sales is that career that makes you acquire all the fruits of the Holy Spirit. What are the fruits of the Holy Spirit? Are they 9 or 7? What are the fruits of the Holy Spirit? Type in the chat. Just name them. Yes, Grace, they are 9. Which ones are they? Yes, you want to share the fruit? This joy, patience, kindness, love, which are very self-control, gentleness. Is it there? Type them. You guys are not reading. Humility, self-control, goodness. Yes. Now, if you're looking for a career, make you have all those fruits of the Holy Spirit, that career is sales. Let me tell you how it taught me patience. I was the most impatient person. We joined the sales, the first day we reported, we were 6 of us. Everybody sold within the first month, apart from me. For 3 months, I did not sell. But guess what? After being patient, because remember it was the first 3 months, then a huge sale on the 4th month, then another 3 months, no sale. The day I started selling, none of all those 6 they look up to me now as the person who mentored them in sales. In fact, last year, 2 of them joined one of our programs for training on sales. So what am I saying? I had to be taught the hard way. You know, character development. That one happens only in sales. I don't know. Yes, character development. And you get all these fruits of the Holy Spirit. I was the most antisocial person before I started selling. I remember one time in campus, one of my friends borrowed me my shoes. And I remember feeling so bad. I'm like, we don't share. Where I come from, we do not share. So what I did, I gave her the shoes and I told her to keep it, never to return it. That is who I was, very introverted. And one time my neighbor, that is way back, way after I'm even married, my neighbor came to borrow a basin. I'm like, really? Yani, you can't keep to your house. Of course, I'm not telling her, but I'm thinking, Yani, since when do we start borrowing each other things? So I gave her the basin and told her, don't even return it. It's not because I didn't want my basin back, but I just didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want anyone to come back to knock on my door. That is how antisocial I was. Guess what? Selling has made me more understanding and more outgoing. And you know, I genuinely care about people, because selling, you have to genuinely be interested and care about people for you to succeed in sales. So yes, I was just trying to expound on the point that where Eric, no, not Eric, but Timothy is saying, you know, it sometimes can be heartbreaking. It's not called heartbreaking. It develops your character. You know, when the Bible says, count it all joy when you're when you go through many trials, because trials bring forth what? Endurance. Endurance brings character, and character gives you hope, and hope does not disappoint. So it's not heartbreaking. Look at it this way. Look at it that it develops you, your character. You become more joyful. I think I'm the happiest person because when you're joyful, you attract people. Why? Because sales is transfer of energy. So you have to have the right energy so that you transfer the right energy to the people that you're selling to, right? So let me see by a show of hand, anyone who want to quit now? Okay, not yet. Let me continue. Let's see how many will quit before. So I want to take you through the 4 pillars of 20X entrepreneur. These are the pillars that support everything that we do. So number 1 pillar is what we call continuous training and coaching. So we make sure that you're having continuous training. That's why there's daily lessons and coaching. So the coaching happens in the doing. That's why you have to send the daily reports. Okay, so 20X is built on these 4 pillars: continuous training and coaching. Number 2, accountability. Accountability is ownership, willingness to own your actions and the result of circumstances. Okay, what does that mean? You need to own your daily actions. That is what we call accountability. Number 3 pillar is commitment. This is the promise you make to yourself and to the others. So now you make a promise to yourself that you're going to do it, whatever it costs. I am going to be committed. I will show up every day. So you're also making a promise to us that you will for sure show up. And you know what? We will call you out when you are not committing. And finally, the number 4 pillar is greatness in the moment. When did Kipchoge become great? When did Kipchoge become great? Wajiro Muituria. Type in the chat. If I don't call your name, just type in the chat. When did Kipchoge become great? You see, Wajiro is not even here. Bill Okinda. Bill, are you here? Yes, tell us, when did Kipchoge become great? Are you able to unmute yourself, Bill? No? Gloria Mwema.
In 2014.
He became great in 2014. Edwin says Ineos Marathon. Mugabe says 2014. Let me see. Lynette says he was consistent. Coril says winning 1:59 marathon. That is under two hours. Lynette, 2019 December. Winfred, persistence and continuous training, discipline. Bill, after winning the Ineos. Nelson, no human is limited. Marathon, when he broke the record. Okay, so I want to say that Kipchoge did not become great when he won the marathon, the Ineos. He did not become great when he said that no human is limited. Kipchoge became great the day, every day, he decided to go out and train. Every morning that he trained, that was greatness. So what we saw when he won the marathon under 2 hours was, it was just it's a confirmation that he had been great. So what we saw, what the public see, is the work you have been putting in for years, for days, for months. then it is confirmed in one day. So greatness doesn't happen at that moment. Greatness is revealed, it's exposed on that day. So for Kipchoge, greatness was exposed after the marathon, the Ineos marathon. But he was great every day. Even now, he's great because he wakes up every day. Then the moment he chose not to indulge eating anything and everything, to focus on eating the food that makes him a better marathoner, that moment is a moment of greatness. So now us at 20X, we celebrate you every day when you do the activities for that day. You see, because that is a moment of greatness. So greatness is not in after 20 years. Greatness is every day when you choose to do the activities that need to be done, okay? So that's one of our at 20. So results just confirm of the greatness, but greatness already happened on a basis. Now I'm going to take you through our execution disciplines. See, those are the pillars. Pillars is what holds us together. Now, these are the 5 execution disciplines that we use at 20X. Number 1 is vision. And in your first session in training, you're going to create a vision. Each and every one of us has got a compelling vision, a clear picture of the future, a strong why you must do the actions that need to be done every day. Vision. Number 2 is planning. You have to plan every week, every day, because you're going to set goals. And the goals you're going to set will be daily goals, weekly, monthly, and the year goal. So that is the number 2 execution discipline. Number 3 is the process control. Why? Because we want to track. We want to track daily actions. Every critical action, every money-making activity you do, we track that. That is process control. Number 4, we keep scores. That is measurement. We keep the scores. And these are the scores that we are interested in. The daily lead generation. Now, lead activities are activities that you do on a daily basis. Indicators is at the end of the week, you will close a sale or not even close a sale, but that shows us something. But what we are interested in is mostly the lead activities, the daily activities that you do. Why? Because when you take care of the minutes, the hours will themselves. So we want you to take the minutes, the hours of the day, and the week and the month will take care of itself. Okay? Finally, energy management and time use. We talk about, getting the best out of your time. So it is important that you block time where you're at to perform the strategic activities. Now, in our case, strategic activities are lead generation activities. You need to create content, then that's a lead generating activity. Create a video, you need to call your leads. Those are money-making activities. Okay, you block the best of your hours for that. And then you need to have a buffer. A buffer is that time that is unplanned or the one that you do low-value activities. And then you need to block time to break out your free time when you do your daily exercise. How many of you exercise every day? Can I see in the chat? How many times in a week do you exercise? Let me see that in the chat. Physical exercise, physical activities. One exercise is twice. If it is none, please put none. This is moment of truth, moment of being honest with not only yourself, but with us. Baga exercises daily, 1 hour. Awesome, that's good. Abdikadil, 3 times. Oloch, 5 times a week. Nelson, twice. Lynette, very honest, none. Patricia, house chores are exercise, right? No. House chores are not exercise, Patricia. Hiyo ni kidogo sana. It doesn't even raise your heart rate. Felix, 3 times. Mugambi, none. Wilfred, an average of 5 kilometers. Now increase it to jogging. You need to raise your heart rate. This is how you generate energy. Jonathan, twice in the morning and in the evening. Twice daily. Wow, that's almost overdoing. Patricia, farming is exercise. Yes, yes, farming is. Daily once, all right. Okay, you need to manage your energy. I don't manage time. I manage my energy because when I'm high on energy, when I sit to do the that I need to do, I achieve more. If I sit for 2 hours, I will do the work that you will need 2 days to do. My 2 hours are equivalent to your 2 days. Alison knows that, yeah, because I'm a high energy person. I make sure that I'm at the best fit. You know, what do you eat? Again, that determines how much energy you have. If you keep eating junk, if you just can't control what goes to your mouth, actually, let me just say this. If you can't control what goes to your mouth, then it's very difficult for you to control anything. So take what goes to your mouth and the rest will take care. You will be very energetic. So don't just take anything. Learn to say no to some food that you need to say no to, all right? So just to emphasize, I want you to take WhatsApp group, okay? And then you need to stay in touch with that vision. And then the next thing, I think on day 2, you're going to connect your vision to your daily action. And then be very intentional. So that's what will be your day 1. Now on execution measures, you see, it is how, how do you know if the plan or whatever your plan to do is working or not? Now, one thing we have learned at 20X is that 60% of the time, the breakdown occur at execution. You see all the things you've been learning at Ajira and everywhere else, you realize that there's still a gap. You're not doing them. You're not achieving the results that you want. Why? Because 60% of whatever you achieve or whatever you don't achieve is execution. The 40% is other things like, inspiration, training, coaching. Those are the 40%, 60% is action. Okay? So we need to have effective way to measure, and that is already very clear to measure, to help you understand where the breakdown is coming in. And that's why we want you to report every day so that we see, okay, if you've been generating 20 leads a day, and a week is over and you haven't closed any, then we're able to diagnose what is the problem. Because sales is a science. And you see, when you do an experiment and you don't get the expected results, then it means there's a breakdown at the, maybe the mixing of the chemicals. So we make you report every day so that we know where is the breakdown. Now, intentionality is very key. Remember this. You're in control of your actions and not your outcomes. So we focus on actions. Why? Because that's what we are in control of. The outcome, whatever comes, we don't have control of outcomes, but we have control of actions. So be very intentional with your actions. Organize your activities around your priorities. And in this case, for those who are going to commit, your activities, number 1 is lead generation. Okay, so your secret weapon into your wall to mediocrity is intentionality. Take care of the minutes, the years will take care of themselves. So don't worry about the year. Don't worry about how 2023 will turn out. Just take care of every minute and the rest will take care of itself. Okay, so your ideal week, Derek will be giving you a schedule of tasks that you need to do. we are going to share expectations in terms of how many leads do you need to generate on a daily basis and on a weekly basis, okay? Now, the other thing I want to emphasize on is accountability. Remember, we talked about this as our pillar. This is accountability is willingness to own your actions and results. I talked about that. Remember, you have the freedom of choice. And so do not say you're here because you don't have anything else to do. So you're here because you've chosen to commit to this task. And we're asking you to commit for the next 3 months. Our request is that you commit for the next 3 months. Why? It took me 3 months to make the first sale. So we have used that as our standard, that however dumb you are, or however good you are, in 3 months, you should be able to be a super salesperson, somebody who can be able to sell consistently and daily. So are you willing to commit to the next 3 months? Remember, you have a choice, okay? But the choice is now. We don't want you to choose later. We want you to choose today. You know, when Joshua said, choose today who you're going to start. Is it God or Baal? No, it was Elijah. Yeah. All right. When you choose, you give it your all. Okay. Do not look outside of yourself to change. You only control your thinking and your action. So be very honest, because mental honesty, have mental honesty to your own results. Be very honest with yourself. Okay. Now let's talk about commitment. What do we call commitment at 20X? Now, commitment is keeping your personal promises to yourself. Now, what does that mean? You know, when you keep personal promises to yourself, you build your character and your esteem and your success. Now, so commitment is 2 things: keeping your personal promises to yourself and keeping promises to others. Now, when you keep promises to others, it builds relationship with others. You're going to build relationship with us. So you need to be committed that you keep your personal promises to yourself, that will build your character, your esteem, and your success. And the beauty with success is, once it is done, you can always repeat, you can copy, you can keep doing it, and you still get the success. You can apply it anywhere else. Okay? So commitment is a state of being bound emotionally to a cause. And this is our integrity pledge. And I hope, Derek, it is on the group WhatsApp, the group description. When you make a promise, keep it. When you make a commitment, you honor it. When you set a goal, achieve it. This is our integrity pledge. When you make a promise, today you're going to make a promise. You're going to make a promise that you want to join the Apprentice program. I have shared with you what it will cost. It will cost you a commitment. And commitment is being bound emotionally to a cause that you're not willing to compromise. You're willing to keep your promises to us and to yourself. You're willing to honor the commitment you make to yourself and to us. And you're willing to achieve the goals that you're going to set for yourself. And also, of course, will be monitored. Okay? So just quickly, the difference between interest and commitment, because I know all of you joined because you're interested. Now you need to move your interest to commitment. So there are 4 key to successful commitment. Number 1, a strong desire. This is where you see obstacles as challenges to be overcome. I've told you my story. When my colleagues told me, that time they looked mean, you know, their words looked mean. But I looked at them as a challenge to be overcome, not an obstacle to stop me. Okay. Number 2, strong in action. It's what we do that counts. Only 20% of activities that count on big results. So what you do is what counts. So you need to be strong in action. Be a person that when you give your word, we can take it to the bank and we deposit, you know, we ask for money over your word because you're strong in action. Number 3, it costs. Remember, it costs you something. Now, this program, just for you to know, this program cost us 120,000 shillings to train one apprentice to become a super salesperson in 3 months. All right. So yes, it is not free. Somebody has paid for that. It has costed 20x. So it may not cost you money now, but it will cost you time. It will cost you commitment. The question is, are you willing to pay the price? You see, price is not only in money form. That is costing 20x entrepreneur, because we have decided to set this aside so that we can grow many other salespeople like Eunice and Derek and Joanne. Okay, this is our part of, okay, what people call giving back to society, but I don't call it giving back. It is our part of paying forward, because other people invested in us. So we are investing in you. So it has costed us. Now, are you willing to pay the cost? And all we are expecting from you is that you will generate leads, and somebody will close those leads for you, and you will earn commission. Okay? Now, note, you need to act on commitments, not your feelings. Okay? So every day when you wake up and you don't feel like doing it, please remember, you need to act on the commitment, not the feeling, because the feeling keeps changing, but commitment doesn't change. Remember our integrity pledge? When you make a promise, you keep it. When you make a commitment, honor it. And when you set a goal, achieve it. Now, we are not asking you to commit for a lifetime. We are asking you to commit for 3 months. And after 3 months, on or after, some of you will be working full-time in 20x Entrepreneur. This is where, as I've shared, we put you on a retainer and a commission. Others, in those 3 months, we expect that we place you in other businesses that are willing to pay you a retainer and a commission, okay? So this is our way of making sure that we're giving to business owners the right salespeople. So once you become a great salesperson, then you get a job, all right? But it will cost you time, energy, your commitment, sometimes some tears, and it's okay, okay? So on energy use, I wanted to emphasize on this: be present in the moment. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about doing what you need to do today. Forget about tomorrow. Every moment, this is the moment that you have. Do what you need to do today, okay? Now, when you live in the moment, you live with grace and ease. It becomes easier. You don't have to cry like me, okay? It doesn't have to be that difficult, because we've already gone ahead of you, and we know, and we can make it easier for you. Remember, future comes one day at a time. Future will not come at a go. It is one day at a time. That's why you need to take care of your actions daily. Remember, life happens in the moment, and it is lived in the moment. So life is already happening now. This is the moment. Enjoy, learn what you need to learn. Do today. Forget about tomorrow. The Bible says that do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has got sufficient trouble for itself. So why do you want to carry today's trouble, and you also want to bring tomorrow's trouble to now? So take care of the minutes, and the years will take care of themselves. All right, so this is time for questions and answers. Maswali. Mariam, we are sorry. Mariam lost her grandma. Sorry about that. May God give you peace and comfort that only He can give. All right. Maswali comments. Do we have people who want to give up? Mbaga, Sio. I can see your hand is up. Please unmute and speak. Bagasio.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Bagasio. I'm a digital freelancer from Nigeria. So I had a question. I have a challenge myself. At the moment, I have another class in Ajira, the AWS Cloud Computing class in Ajira. So I normally attend classes. Actually, there's one class that is going on even now, but I had not to attend it so that I could attend this one. So I normally have sessions from morning 10 a.m. to 12 and from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I don't know how I can be assisted on the same because I would like really to be part of this program, but still I'm having another Ajira course that I registered that I'm still doing for the next 2 months. So I don't know how I can
Okay.
get.
Okay, thank you, Bagasio. Yes, this will not interfere with your trainings. Why? Because the trainings that you're going to be having at 20X are virtual and self-paced. So that means you can plan your time and do them. Now, remember we talked about time and energy use? You see, what we require from you, if the target is to do 20 leads per day, you need to get the 20 leads, and these leads need to be qualified, okay? They need to be qualified leads. Now, how you do them, when you do them, it's you to organize your time so that you focus your energy, because generating leads requires commitment, okay? So you organize your energy so that you can attend your Ajira classes. At the same time, you can be able to do what? To achieve the targets that are set for 20 years. Is that better, Baga?
Okay, but you said we will be having trainings, or I misunderstood that.
Yes. Oh, yeah, yes, but those will be planned, like the product training. I think Derek will announce when the product training is. And then we have the weekly meeting. I think it will be every Monday, Derek, or when. Derek will share the schedule for the trainings and also for the meeting. And you can organize yourself accordingly. Is that okay?
It's okay, then I think I will not have a problem.
Sorry?
Okay, I'm saying I think I'll not have a problem from what I've explained, and it's okay. Then I believe I can do it.
All right, okay. Okay, let me see what is on the chart. Patricia Kamau is saying, so we are affiliates. Oh, Eric is asking whether walking is a form of exercise. Yes, it's a form of exercise, but try and increase your pace. A jog is better, okay, if you can. Miriam, good morning. Sorry for being, okay, yeah. Sorry for that, Mariam. Patricia, so we are now affiliates of BSmart. Yes, basically that's what it means. You become affiliate of BSmart. 20X. 20X has got products and BSmart has got products. Yes. Edwin Were, I'm ready for the task. Okay. Nelson, no room for giving up. I love that. That's Nelson Wenje. It will be hard. Teresia, how will you monitor someone's progress in case they do not make any sales? Oh, we have tools to monitor that. Yeah, we have tools to monitor your progress. We are able to monitor your learning. Yes, it's virtual, but we know how many videos you've watched. We need the assignment done and reported on every day. We are going to set targets for the leads you generate. Derek could be qualifying those leads so that you don't just go and steal a database somewhere. So we don't want you to bring people who are not interested, who are not our customers. And that will be clearly defined when you're going through the product training, you'll be told who is our customer, the kind of a customer you need to look for. Like for 20X, we have two types of customers. We have corporate customers, whereby we're looking at companies like real estate companies that have many salespeople that need training. We have insurance companies, we have manufacturing companies, that's for corporate. But you also have for individual business owners who may need to go through their virtual trainings, or if it's an entrepreneur, we have a sales leaders mastermind. This is where we take through entrepreneurs how to set the sales processes and structures so that they can keep generating sales daily and consistently. So yes, we will monitor. And by the way, even if nobody monitors me, I will know. I don't need even to have met you. I know when you're working, Tricia. Jonathan, on the sales, can we work on part-time? Jonathan, what are you currently doing? Jonathan Chilumo, please unmute and share. Okay, Derek, can.
Yes, he says that he's an intern at KRA.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you think that can be accommodated, Derek?
It's going to be extremely difficult. You'll have to make a choice. Look, when you're an intern somewhere, it means you're there 8 hours a day doing your job from 8 to 5. Those are the hours where you will be looking for leads. It's very difficult to tell you that you come out from work and then you look for leads at night. So we need people who are fully committed. And I think some of us, some of you will have to make that choice. And it will not be easy.
All right. Okay, you had it. Moses, that's an awesome insight on sales and spiritual, and too. Looking forward to the next chapter. All right. Eric, sorry, I was late. What are products and how can we sell? Or you'll be trained on the products. We have not talked about products today. Today is an induction day. We were setting the ground, just giving you what to expect. I know some of you have gone through other programs whereby nobody cares. So you're recruited, you're an affiliate, nobody asks you what you're doing. Now this one is different. Why? Because we want to mold you to be a super salesperson. I know some of you are very good digital marketers, but you're not able to sell. You see, selling, nothing happens until you sell. So it doesn't matter how good you are in digital marketing, but that digital marketing needs to translate into a sale, okay? Patricia, so for the 3 months, the pay is on commission basis, yes. However, if you noted, I said, if you meet your targets for 3 weeks consecutive, even if 3 months are not over, you will either automatically get on the 20X full, basically you get a contract where you get a retainer plus commission, or we're going to place you with another business. So it ni bidii yako, basically. Jobs are there, but we only want to forward people who are serious. As we speak, we have requests for over 15 salespeople, but we have no supply. So the demand is so high, we have no supply. Because we cannot just recruit you and send you to a business. Because our customers know us, that when we give them a salesperson, this is a tried and tested, trained and coached, and is ready to work. So we are with you. It can take you as long as 3 months. It can take you as long as 1 month, or even 3 weeks. It is your commitment that determines. So we've given up to 3 months. After 3 months, if you can't be, honestly, we'll just let you go because 3 months is sufficient. Okay. What are the targets? You'll be given targets during the product training also. But we want you on the day 1 and 2, you will set your own targets. And I think I've shared. For 20X products, commission is 10%. We have 5 products on 20X. One is the 5-day sales challenge, which is 5K. We have the tactics, which is another 5K. That's 500 if you sell. This one, we focus on getting many numbers. So in a class, we're looking at a class, you doing like 20 of them. 20 times 5,000 is what? It's about 10,000, or I mean, yeah. So 10% of that. And then we have the 12 weeks accelerator, which is 45K. So 10% is 4,500. We have the sales leaders mastermind, which is 60,000. So 10% is 6,000 per person. For the sales leaders mastermind, the maximum class is 10. So basically, it's 6,000 times 10, 60K classes every month. And then we have corporate training. This one is customized, so we can't tell how much. Some corporates would pay even 500,000 shillings. And if they pay 500,000, your 10% is there. So that's 50K. Yeah. Yes, Sabina, yes, if you're at 8 to 5 job, you find it very tricky because we are quite demanding. We are quite demanding. So it will be tricky. It's quite tricky, Sana. And then, you see, it will be difficult to place you when you already have another job. You understand, Sabina? Remember, we are training you for jobs, for sales jobs. And so we need to spend sufficient time with you so that we get to know you. And when we place you, we are sure that you're committed to that. Yes, Nelson, it's your net. So Patricia, yes, it's on commission basis. However, you can graduate it quickly if you're committed. What we need to see is true commitment. All right? I hope I've answered all the questions.
Christine ako na swali ameinua mkono. Christine Wanda.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Eunice. All I was asking is, will we be basically doing sales, or there are other tasks or other jobs that you offer?
Sales. It's purely sales.
Okay,
we don't have any other jobs. Our focus is on sales. Now look, we are promising you to grow your income 20 times as a salesperson. Now on the other end, we are promising the business owners to grow their revenue 20 times. So you are going to help the businesses grow 20 times as you help yourself grow 20 times. You see that? So we are focusing on sales purely, no other job, because the other jobs, we are not able to grow you to 20 times. Even salary. A salary, that depends on, it's hard to grow 20 times. So does that make sense, Christine?
Yes, it makes sense. Thank you.
Winfred is asking, is it viable for a freelancer, someone who works online? It can be viable, but the question is, are you willing to do what we are asking you to do? Will you be able to do that as you do the other freelancer things? And then let me tell you something, and this is, it is a challenge in our country. We want to do everything. One thing I'll tell you, it will take you longer to succeed when you're doing this part-time. If this is all you're doing, it will take you shorter time. What we have seen is that people who are fully committed, in 2 weeks, they have a job. Yeah. Those who are doing it as freelance, it takes them longer. And I hope that you have a plan to eventually, eventually change over. Is it called change over or jump ship? But that, I don't know, we have to see that. Mbaga is asking, so we shall not be selling insurance products only. There'll be insurance products also. Joanne is here. She'll be training you on the insurance products. We have motor insurance, car insurance. We have health insurance. For now, we don't want you to to close the sale. We want you to generate the lead, and then Joanne and the team will convert the lead into a sale, and you will earn commission. All what you need to provide to Joanne is, this is the customer, they are renewing their car insurance, say, next week, okay? And this is the kind of a car they are driving. So when you find an insurance customer, your work is to ask them, so what is the value of your car? When is the renewal date? Now, once you get those two, send them to Joanne with the contact of the person. These are, we have an Excel where you're going to be putting that, okay? Then Joanne will follow up and close that customer for you, and she will pay you commission. If it is health insurance, you will find out who do they want to cover. Is it for a family or is it for an individual? If it's for a family or an individual, you need the ages of those people. So don't just send a number. You need to do a bit more to ask, hey, who are you covering? What are their ages? And then you let them know that, you know, I am an affiliate of BSmart, so I can't advise you, but my colleague, Joanne, is going to guide you through it. Why? Because we don't want to mislead a customer. We don't want to lose credibility because you're our affiliate. So do not try to close the deal. Joanne will close the deal for you and will explain the terms, the conditions, and all that. She will make sure she does the customer service for you. Is that making sense? So for now, for BSmart, I want you to focus on those two, the health insurance and the motor insurance. Why? Because I'm sure you know people who have cars and they may want to renew, okay? So it will be more offline than online. It's a combination. It's a combination of both online and offline. So you can't use one strategy. Remember, you want to make 20 times. So online, before you learn how to do the sale online, it may take you time. And again, we don't want you to spend money to acquire these leads at the beginning. Why? Because we want to lower the cost of acquiring your customer. So we want you to do more organic. There's training on how to do organic online selling. What are the kind of content that is required? That is part of the training, okay? So that you create content online that will attract the customers that you're targeting. Tuko pamoja? Who is this? Winfred Wambugu, for the training, are we paying or is it our commitment and available? Winfred, the training has been paid for you. Yours is to commit yourself to do what we have agreed that you need to do. So you're not paying. Somebody else has paid, or rather 20X has paid it for you, okay? See, enjoy. What about the graduate student? Since we don't have classes, you can do it. You can do it, but find time to make sure you generate leads. Yes, it's possible. Mbaga says, kindly clarify on this. So we shall not be selling insurance. No, I've answered that. You shall be selling insurance, not really selling. Please, and Derek will be educating you more on this. We don't want you to convince anybody to buy anything. We just want you to identify a person who has the money, has the need, and is willing to commit within a month. Only that, okay? Please don't try to convince anybody, okay? Timothy Wesongas, thank you. Tuko pamoja. Yes, awesome. So Lynette, are you clear on that? It's not about whether it's more offline or online. We do all our sales online, apparently, because yes, all our businesses are online. But you can go offline because if you have relatives that may need to see you physically, maybe they're older, they are not in the generation of digital, you may have to do that. However, when you're doing it online, I know you need to understand, how do you go about it? What kind of content do you create? Because we want to focus on online but organic. We don't want to do ads. Please note, we don't want to do ads. We just want to create content that attract people. So our strategy is attraction marketing. It is not pushing products to people. We don't do that. We attract. We do the Jesus strategy. You know Jesus strategy? Where when Jesus was walking, of course, he first started by calling his disciples. He never went to announce that, hey, I'm looking for disciples. No, he went, found Peter fishing, and said, Peter, now I'm going to make you fishers of men. And then he finds some people you find someone who is sick and says, hey, rise up and walk. So he performed some miracles here, some healing here. He taught people, and then before he knew it, people are just following. That's our belief. We use the Jesus strategy of, just attracting people to ourselves, not pushing products to people. Why? Because when you do attraction marketing, the cost of customer acquisition is low. You actually, people want to buy from you. You're not the one selling. People want to buy your product because of how you have positioned. So we use that strategy of giving and giving and giving, and then it comes back to us. Do you understand now, Lynette? Lynette, are you there? Is it making sense? What do you think of strategy?
I understand now.
Yes, so we don't want you to spend money on ads. No, we want you to learn how to sell, attraction selling, okay? Winfred is asking, is it viable for freelancer? I think I answered that. For the training, are we paying? I've answered that. What about the undergraduate? I think I've answered all the questions. And over to you, Derek. Or Juliana, do you have something to add before Derek goes?
Well, what I can add is this is a challenge to self. If
we can't see you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I can just say that this is a challenge to self. You guys are young. There's nothing you cannot do, believe me. Say that once you sell insurance, there's nothing on earth you cannot do. If I were you, I would dare into this. I would jump in and try myself. If you think it's difficult, you never know. Maybe you have a gift you have not discovered. So I would challenge everyone here to jump in, even if you're saying you're a freelancer, try. It doesn't hurt. The worst that can happen is that you're not trying. If you try and not work, you go on to the next thing. But don't give up before you try. Don't think it's too hard before you try. Don't think it's not possible before you even try. So guys, let's try. Let's see what this can get us. I've seen a lot of people asking for jobs. We know what's happening in our country right now. Jobs are very few. And as I have heard with people who sell, money is in selling, especially commission selling. The more you sell, the more you make. Don't be stuck on the thought of a salary when you can vary your salary every month. Your earnings rather not salary. When you can increase it every month, when it can grow as much as you want, why get stuck with 20,000 as a salary? So challenge each and every one of us here to try. You never know. Thank you, Eunice.
All right. Thank you, Juliana, for that. Derek, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Eunice. Thank you, Juliana, for what you've said. Before we end the meeting, I would like to take a group photo. So new water, when you're mnajificha, show your faces. I need to see your faces. Msiogope, we don't
maybe yes, we want to take a group photo.
Yes.
Because we like to show you the beginning. This is how you joined, and this is in 3 months. We want to see what have you become. Are you growing bigger or smaller, or are you looking money-like?
That is why we show it. We like these photos so that we can see before and after. A lot of people.
And also, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, and also it will be important for you to actually share on your social media to say that you've begun the Apprentice program at 20X. and you can share what you're learning and tag your friends. Now I'm sure you've made some friends. People can share their handles on the WhatsApp group. Okay. Are you taking the photo or how is it going? Do we need to smile?
Just switch on and smile. There is no problem.
Oh, wow. And anyone else can take the capture. Maybe they will have better ones.
Yes, you can take photos, share on the group. Ili tuone ni gani mzuri. We'll put it on our social media, and then you like it on our page, you share so that people can see what you're doing, and so that you can also see yourself how you look right now. But down the road, you will look very different if you stick with us.
Yeah. And you know what? I would have wanted to see by a show of hands, how many people are committing to join us. I just want to have a figure in my mind because I know Derek will take over after this. I may not know what's going on so much. I just want to see by a show of hands. Let's see. Oh, so we have people. What were Jahama? All right, all right. I thought I really made you scared. Anyone who wants just one person to give a vote of thanks or a comment? Just one person. Those who are raising their hands. Anyone who want to go, you can unmute and share. Just a comment, a final comment, or your conclusion to this, and you can compare with other programs you have been to. I don't want to call anyone. I just want you to volunteer. Salespeople volunteer. Let's see. I like Baga is saying, ati tuhame twende wapi. Okay. Who is volunteering? Unmute. Go ahead. Derek, it seems I didn't convert any salesperson here. In all 1 hour and I didn't manage. I'm not doing well. But I have to call out a name.
Can I volunteer?
Yes, go ahead, Christine.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you so much for this opportunity. And thank you, 20X. Thank you, Eunice. It has been a journey. As we look forward to grow, also we are looking forward to grow in other people. That's all. Thank you for the opportunity.
How was this experience compared to other trainings you have attended?
Actually, this is my first training that I have attended. And so far, so good. It has been good. Kudos for that.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Mugambi Cliff, you seem like you want to say something.
No, I don't have something. I'm just saying hello.
Why don't you have something?
No, I just want to start doing the task.
You're longing for us to end the meeting so that you start. All right.
Yeah, I try to register. Have customers already here.
All right. Okay. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We keep meeting. At least I can promise I'll be there every week to see what you're doing, especially on the accountability. I'll ask you hard questions. Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day too.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
There was no tea.
Oh.
I'm used to attending meetings that have tea.
Actually, tea will be served once you make your first sale.
Okay.
Yes.
Sarah, thank you. Good day.